Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Baby Brigade. Vlogtember number 12. I know y'all already seen me when I did the video with Will, but now you get to see me on Vlogtember, and I get to show you the completed sweater. Some of y'all might have seen this in the general chat of the Facebook group, but maybe not. It's been paid for anyway, and it'll be off in the mail in the next day or two. But I wanted to come on and show y'all that I finally finished it, and so I'll be starting another one soon, even though I got to go to bed early tonight because I have a 11 a.m. doctor's appointment for my mental health evaluation for my surgery, and then Thursday I go to my regular doctor for refills on medicines and stuff like that. And hopefully I've lost a few more pounds. I think I weighed here at the house and I had lost 4 pounds, but I'm hoping I've lost more than that. I don't know, because the scale here at the house is calibrated different than the scales at the doctor's office. So hopefully when I go to the doctor Thursday, I've lost some more. And then I go back, I think on the 18th, back to the weight loss doctor, which is not even a complete month since I went to him last time. I went to him on the 22nd last month, and so that's like 4 days shy of a month, which I don't think is fair. You're cheating me out of 4 days that I could, I don't know, but I'm just hoping that I went off the rails a little bit on the eating here and there, so hopefully I haven't sabotaged anything. I've eaten a little bit of sweets, and then today being Will's birthday, I made him my own hair in my mouth, I think. I made my loaded mashed potatoes, and loaded mashed potatoes consist of, I got the red potatoes, and I got a small bag of those, and then I scrubbed them, and then I just roughly chopped them with the skin on, and I boiled them. And we have this Dutch oven type pot that I bought from Ollie's that was on a discount. I think it was I forget, it was one of them name brands that's been marked down, but it cooks potatoes like quick, within like 25 minutes. And so I chocked it full of potatoes and some water and a little bit of salt. And so when they got done, I had this little swirly thing, and I kind of roughly smashed them, and then I put some butter in there, and then I put some shredded cheddar cheese in there, and then I put some sour cream in there, and a pack of real bacon bits in there, and yeah, and I stirred all that together, and it's like having a baked potato, only roughly, they weren't smooth mashed potatoes, they were chunky mashed potatoes, but I call them loaded mashed potatoes. And then I had bought steaks yesterday for Will's birthday, and so I had marinated those overnight in a teriyaki marinade, and Johnny had cooked those up, and then he cooked my hamburger patties in the juices of the hamburger and the juices of the steaks after he cooked the steaks. And so my hamburger patties tasted like steak. And then I had some corn and sweet peas, well, no, it was corn and broccoli and cauliflower, I think is what I had, but I did have a little spoonful of the potatoes, because I mean, it was really hard to resist those things after making them, and so I had a spoonful of those. Not a whole lot. We have these plates that have like little sections, and so one of the little triangles, he put me a spoonful in there, and that's what I had. And so and then Will's lady friend made him a cheesecake from scratch, and he shared a little sliver of that with me, and let me tell you, that was the best cheesecake I've ever put in my mouth. Oh my God. Let me tell you, oh my goodness. I might have to get her to make one for my birthday in a few weeks. My birthday is 3 weeks. I think my birthday's on a Monday, actually. So, yeah. But October 2nd is my birthday. I'll be 50. And, but wow, it was delicious. Freaking divine. And she sent it in the spring pan. Anyone that's ever baked anything knows what I'm talking about. Those little spring-loaded pans that hold the graham cracker crust and everything that you pour the mixture in once you get it ready to bake and whatnot. But oh my goodness, I just she makes him one every year since they've been friends. And but this year, whew, I don't know what she put in it. I don't know what she did different, if she did anything different, but this one was the best one she's made so far. It was, I don't know, maybe he got it fresher this time. I don't know, maybe the previous one had just had time longer to cool or something, but this one seemed fresher than the others. It was just so wonderful, just so wonderful. But I had they had steak and potatoes, and I had hamburger and vegetables and a little bit of potatoes, and then a little tiny piece of cheesecake. But I've been I got some of these meal replacement drinks at Walmart. Me and John found that were near the Slim Fast drinks. I'm hoping that those are okay for me to drink. They don't seem to be that much different than the protein drinks that I was drinking. They just have a little bit more sugar, but they have fiber in them, and I need the fiber because yeah, I just need, you know, I'm not gonna get into a whole big bunch of great detail about that, but I need fiber. So and it does seem to be helping. The drinks, the meal replacement drinks, the store brand, are a little bit bigger, and they were $1 cheaper, and you get 6 of them. So I like that much better, and so we're gonna go with that going forward, and hope that you know, I think they're probably about the same as the other. They taste about the same. They don't, you know, they don't taste either better or not as good, you know, as far as taste goes. They're about on equal there. But I'm doing my best. But I'm human, and I can't just and I'm sure that other people that have been in the same situation with the weight loss program probably have gone more so off the rails than me, as far as having to go cold turkey on a bunch of stuff. I mean, that was the first bite of potatoes I've had in 2 months. So, you know, with the exception of a handful of French fries that we had a little over a week ago. I had maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then I give the rest of them to John. I just couldn't eat them. So, you know, I've stuck with the whole, you know, that part. I've had a few sandwiches, you know, so the no bread policy thing, I've broken that a few times, but I don't think I've gone completely off the rails. A lot of my friends have noticed weight loss and how I look. So I looked at a picture of me from last year, from a year ago this week actually, and I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I guess I could see it now. Because everybody keeps telling me, you know, that there's a big difference in even my videos. If you go back a year ago and look at my videos and then look at now, you know, you can see that I've lost weight. It's just really hard to see when it's you and when it's gradual, you know, and it's been gradual, you know. It hadn't been like overnight, you know, like a lot of people do when they lose weight. Mine has been very gradual. Like the doctors had said, Dr. Gibson had said that before I started doing this weight loss plan, that since last September I had lost 30 or 40 pounds before, even before I went on Dr. Barnes' weight loss program on my own. So, you know, I was already doing stuff to try to cut back and do better. So, this is just another avenue of doing that. you know, expediting things. So hopefully I haven't derailed things with my trying to live life and be a little happy before surgery. But I do have the rest of this month and all of next month to finish losing the other 15 pounds that I needed to lose. And I don't think I've lost ground. I don't think I've gained anything back. I'm just worried that I haven't gained any ground either. So, but I have another month and a half to lose the other 15 pounds. So hopefully I can do that. It's just hard to do when your birthday's coming up and you want to celebrate it, but you don't, you know, you just don't want to deprive yourself on such a milestone birthday. But I just got to try to not deprive myself, but do it in moderation. And so that's what I've been doing my best to do, in moderation. So, and I would like to explain something why there was a comment, and I explained to the person that left the comment why Will did not read the cards in the video. Will is very shy in front of cameras, in front of people he don't know. While I'm a natural in front of this camera, and I've been doing this 2 years, Will does not get in front of cameras. Getting a picture of Will is usually a chore, much less getting him on a video. So I was lucky to get him to sit down and do that video to begin with. He did it only because he did it for me, and because he was grateful for the cards and the couple of little gifts he got. He didn't want to have to read on camera, so he said, "Mama, you please read the cards and show the stuff, and I'll just say thank you," you know. And so that's what he wanted to do. That's how he wanted to do it. If he had wanted to read the cards himself, that's what we would have done. But we did it how he wanted to do it, because he was gracious enough to sit down and do the video with me. And you know, that's that. So I don't need any, you know, comments about why he didn't read his own cards. He didn't want to, and I wasn't going to force him, since he had, after, you know, much wrangling, finally agreed to sit down and do a video at all. So he did work all day on his birthday, and has to go back and work all day tomorrow. So you know, things are done a way that there's always a reason why things are done the way they're done on this channel. And I'm not always going to explain things to people, because I don't always feel like I have to explain everything. If I explain it to you, that just means that I'm trying to be polite, not because I feel like I have to justify myself to anybody. Politeness is deeply ingrained in my DNA, because I'm Southern. And I was raised to be polite. Will was raised to be polite. The way that I was raised and the way that Will was raised is be polite or get your butt whooped. And and so when you're raised that way, it just becomes second nature. So that's why I end up answering questions that I don't know answers to. And so anyway, that's enough of that. But let me show y'all this beautiful, as my friend Amy says, this beautiful boho sweater. I didn't even see. I'm not on fashion. I don't know the first thing about fashion. I just know what I like, and I know what colors look together, look good together, and I'm good with colors. And because I did used to paint, and I was good at matching paints and blending things, and you know, getting things to do what I wanted them to do. And so when it comes to matching colors and, you know, getting things to work right together, I just think it's a knack. And so she complimented me and made my head swell, because I somehow managed to get things to work with this sweater, even though I was using an ombre yarn as my this yarn is an ombre yarn. This is vanilla frost from the Ogo Halo yarn that I have in the donuts. Oh, if I can get it down without knocking 10 million other things down. There we go. That's what this is. So as you see, it ombres from dark to light. So getting matching sleeves was fun. I did have some scrap yarn left from a project from last year that I did use for this sweater because, well, why not? It worked. So now the cakes, the heat wave colorway from the Karen's cinnamon swirl cake, that did give me 21 rounds on each square, and so I needed 24 rounds on each square to make up the size I was going for, which is 3X. And so what I did is I went ahead and did the 21 rounds on each square with the heat wave yarn, and then I took the Ogo, well, it is Ogo Halo yarn in the vanilla, and I went the other 3 rounds, and then I also used it to do the 3 rows on each panel on the sides. So you attach and do 3 rows on each side of each panel on the sides, okay? And I did, that's what they call the side shaping, okay? And then I did the shoulder shaping on the top with that as well. And then I went with a different yarn, which I used a Hirschner's Antiquity yarn in the colorway Parchment, and did a ribbing down here at the bottom, front post, back post. I know it. I did crochet acrobats, Amy. But I'd give her this little ribbing bottom, and it's easier to do this before you sew the panels together. So that's what I did. I did it on each panel before I seamed them together, and so that's what I did here on each panel. And then on the sleeves, I did my best to match up the colors, and so I did pretty good on that. They're matched, you know, pretty good. This looks really a lot like this. So they're pretty, I mean, they're close if not exact. They're not exact, of course. It's handmade and it's ombre yarn, so I don't promise that they're exact, but they're very close. And so I did 15 rows after I attached to the side here. 15 rows here, okay? And then I did some decreasing rows. Now this Halo yarn makes it super easy to do decreases because the fur hides a lot, okay? And I worked really hard to decrease this area here so that because I did try this on and I did take some pictures and to send to the lady that's bought this, because I wanted her to see that these are 3/4, these are quarter length sleeves. They come to the elbow, right here on the elbow, okay? And I wanted her to see that that these hug the elbow, okay? This hugs the elbow but doesn't strangle the elbow, meaning you know it's very comfortable there. And so it's not, and it's not going to be too big to where, like, if she's sitting at a table with it and she goes to eat at a table, it's not going to get in her dinner plate. So that was my goal, because this is going to be worn probably during fall and holiday season maybe, and she might be at a dinner table and she, you know, she can lean forward and be secure in the fact that it's not going to get in her dinner plate. So then I just went with when I got it to where it was reduced enough, I went with a single crochet around with the Antiquity yarn and then a half double round. So, and that gave me the desired you know, cuff on the sleeve that I was looking for. And so that's what I did on the sleeves. Now the neck, because I left 8 clusters open, 8 granny stitch clusters for the neck. Now when I tried it on before I did all this to the neck, I noticed it was way too big. So I knew that I was going to have to do the same type decreases that I did on the sleeve to the neck. And since I had already figured it out with the sleeves, I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. So I went ahead and went around with the Ogo Halo yarn before I went with the Antiquity yarn, and did a bunch of decreases and shrunk that neck down. And then I did the single crochet and half double with the Antiquity yarn to put the finished look on the neck. But I did go with the lighter colored halo here, and did a bunch of decreases so that I could draw that neck in, so that it would sit right on the neck. And so then, you know, I tried it on myself because it's big enough. It fits me. After my bit of weight loss, I can now get into a 3X, when before I could only wear a 4X. So so this is, you know, this is very comfortable on the neck now. And so it's not gonna, you know, be weight, because before I did the decreases, it was resting like right here on the shoulders, and so now it rests where it's supposed to. So and then when I sent her pictures of me modeling it, she was very, very happy, and so she's paid for it, and now I can mail it to her. And so yes. And now I could move on to the next one. And I'll probably start that tomorrow. I don't know, because I'm going to go in here after this video and take my medication and package this up and get it ready to go in the mail. And I'll either mail it after my appointment tomorrow or before my appointment Thursday. I don't know which one, but it won't be a problem. But anyway, but that is my completed project of the week. Or, well, I started on it last week, right? But I do still have the two that I started. One in the Karen Simply Soft in the pink and the gold, and the one in the 2 different shades of rose color that I started in the Schitt's Creek yarn. I hadn't finished either one of them, but I hadn't had any interest in those 2 at all. So that's probably why I haven't picked those back up. If I had any interest from anyone as far as purchasing those, then I would probably pick those back up and finish it. But I hadn't had anyone express any interest. And so if since everybody voted on this being my next sweater to make, if any of you have an interest in it and are a size 2X to 3X, then let me know, because that's probably around the size that I'll make it. And if you're in the lower 48, I include shipping for a price of $65 for the sweater. So if you're interested, that's my price, and $65 includes shipping if you're in the lower 48. And I looked on Etsy, I looked on eBay, and that is about as fair a price as you're going to get for a handmade sweater. So anyway, that's about all I got for y'all tonight. Y'all got 2 videos in one day for me, or 3 really, because of the devotional video too. So y'all might be tired of looking at my mug tonight. Anyway, but I'm gonna go take medicine and get ready for bed. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Please know that I love you, so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye now.